fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal.
It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Press harder. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh?
You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is.
But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police?
You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you?
Who is this person? Who is this person? Zavari? He sounds German.
His name is Luke Atmay, sir. I guess they shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him.
What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all.
Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole.
Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be.
It looks like the thief is playing with me even now.
Okay, it was this. Because I'm thinking, how would he know that a freaking urn is an art piece? Like, it's not really an art piece, though, is it? Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe?
Just hearing the little in that question's making me nervous.
You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
That's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art.
What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price.
Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense.
So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after.
If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but...
Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got in my mind right now, Mr. Trite.
What?
If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess.
Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake.
A fake Mask to Mask?
Fake to Mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it.
Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting.
It looks like I'm going to have to prove it.
I need
proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Fake Damask. Well, we can start by going with the... Well, there's the blackmail letter that says come to KB Security at 1 a.m. But also, and then the fact that it's almost 1 a.m. in the photo, so we'd have to present either that photo... Yeah, we'd have to present this photo. The proof is right here.
This looks like a photo taken by a security camera.
But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it.
Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what about this picture is so peculiar.
Well, the fact that the time is 1 in the morning. It's right here. Ah, was it not that? Damn it.
Is that what was so peculiar?
Ha! The place that you're pointing to is all wrong.
What? What do you mean?
The only thing peculiar in this courtroom is on top of your head.
Nick, are you going to let him get away with making fun of your hair? Yes, at least until I know he can't use his goggles to fry me or something. Well, anyway, there is a strange spot in this photo.
Ha! Still haven't given up, so what is it then?
Okay, it's the paint then. Because shouldn't there be like a mark, like an outline where the box was or something? What? It's not that? Is it... Why am I struggling with this? Is it the box? Okay, it's not that. Jeez. It must be... Maybe I have to do right where that like outline would be. No? Jesus, I'm struggling here. Is it on the wall here? Like... Why am I... maybe it's his face. Oh, is it the... It has to be the face, right? Okay. It's right here, of course.
You mean mask to mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I brought this morning? Yeah, I was gonna check that, but I can't apparently check the court record as I'm pointing out something like that. The problem I have... Oh, okay. So, there's that, and then there's the security. I didn't even take it. Oh, that's true. There's no brooch. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest.
A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once.
A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on.
A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now.
But the mask in the security camera photo, he has no brooch.
That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this masked mask is a fake.
I've been fooled again!
Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too.
Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
Ha! That brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this?
Ah! That's Mask to Mask's brooch.
Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue.
Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue.
Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence.
This guy is one cool customer.
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too.
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rondelite's fingerprints.
What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her.
It appears to have been torn off. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene.
Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem.
You mess with Godot, and you get burned.
He's been playing me like a violin.
Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all.
Bailiff, bring in the next witness to the courtroom.
Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? This MFer.
1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up.
That guy likes his coffee.
Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear?
I'm getting the voices mixed up.
Savari!
How did I do his voice again?
The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct?
Oh, well, yes, that's right.
Ha, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil.
Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atmay. I'm ace detective in Rising Star illuminating the heavens.
Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off.
I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail.
You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is.
Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it.
Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask de Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
30 minutes later. It's quite a oddly specific time.
So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the King of Thieves, the great Mask de Mask, my enemy. That is why my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Is what my...
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
What I witnessed. Okay. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. Can you really say it's descended if... So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct?
That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer.
You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time?
A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer.
Near the computer, huh?
So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it?
Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief.
Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that he never saw him at the crime scene.
Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide that last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief.
Looks like the thief was the one applying the pressure on your pigeony head, that is.
In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me.
Dancingly descended? From where exactly?
Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else?
So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief?
My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W Ace Dunce. Okay, camouflaged. What is camouflaged about his picture? I mean, he stands out right in front of the brick wall quite a bit. I wouldn't say it's camouflaged at all. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head.
You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened?
Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
However, fortunately I had my third monocle,
The security camera at the ready.
It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Then let's continue with the testimony.
Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone.
Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work.
Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head?
Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher.
And what happened?
I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too.
You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you?
Yeah, fair point.
The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with.
He may have brains, but the wiring to the... He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed.
In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
About this 30 minutes...
My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold.
So, what happened during these 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether.
Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atmay. How could he not have noticed that when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Okay, yeah, so I was gonna say, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me. 30 minutes later. Okay, well, let's see. So, warehouse camera went off at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Damask knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. But if he... So, probably the back of the head thing... Yeah, because... Okay, well, there's also the paint spilling there, too, which would mean... Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. But if he dancingly descended upon him, I feel like I have to present the Shichishito at this point. No. I feel like I have to present it, but I don't know if it's here or... But how do you know it was 30 minutes later, though? That's just oddly specific. I don't like that I'm just randomly presenting evidence, but I'm not good at this stuff. Like, I mean, sometimes I am if I understand the case, but I'm kind of struggling. I know the comments that I don't get are gonna be like, oh, shouldn't it be so obvious? You're supposed to present this piece of evidence on this line of testimony. And I'm sitting here tired, like, what is what did Maya say at the end here? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. Oh, because of the paint, I think. Yeah, so he says he couldn't fight back, so I think that's when I think we present... No, how do we not present the security camera photo? Because there's paint, though. Did I not... I'm like... Because... Is that descended on me? Moved during the night of the crime. It has to be this whole move during the night of the crime thing. It has to be this move during the night. But I don't know if it's on this testimony or... Why am I struggling so much on this? No, it couldn't have been 1 o'clock in the morning because that's when Mask Damask was taking out the... It wasn't even 1 o'clock at that point. I'm seriously struggling here. Do I have to present a profile? I'm just thinking like Ron's pretty scrawny, but it doesn't really matter. Let's press him again and see. Okay. Excuse me. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? From the entrance, I suppose. Where else? He doesn't even know. So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please. So he's lying. He's like... well, he's not lying, but he's like... He dancingly descended. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. Well, he couldn't have snuck up because he had to have moved the... Oh, subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. Okay, so that has to be it because, like, I don't know if I present the publicity photo. No, I don't. I would present the fact that the Shichishito is... It's not that. The Shichishito is from Amy Faye. But why is that not the... How is that... Like, I feel like because it would have to be removed. Like, even if Mask Damask removed the Shichishito, it would make some noise, right? Is it this whole warehouse camera data went off at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime? But at 1 a.m. he was... Oh my god, why... I hate that I can't work out... Okay, I'm gonna read what Maya says at the end here. There's something suspicious. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. That can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. What evidence? What evidence? So he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. Found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off of... Oh. I forgot about that brooch. Mr. Atme. Could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours?
Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis Mask Damask. It is
In point of fact, Mask Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night was you, Detective Ame. Detective Ame, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court?
Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say.
Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much.
Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely.
Okay, more test. Fight with a thief.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask Damask?
Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I, myself, always get confused about which testimony goes with which case.
That can't be good. So what did Luke say here? Oh, we got the... Okay. I gotta turn this up. I love this song so much. I love this upbeat. I'm gonna put it to like... Can I not? I can only go 25. Okay. Yo. Okay. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at Phoenix, right? Asa, Turney, Godot, Judge Maya. This guy is so sus. He is not super cool. Phoenix, right? Oh my god. This song is so good. You can't see me, but I'm dancing right now. Oh wait, I didn't even mean to press that. I'm trying to... So why did you look away from the door anyway?
In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course.
So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Yeah! I don't know. About the computer. So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well?
Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was splendidly specially designed by me, Luke Atme.
Wait, he designed the program that manages the data? Yo, if that doesn't scream insider tampering, then I don't know what does.
In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer?
Yo, this guy, he doing too much. Luke is sus as all hell.
However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated.
Well, I'd say you could be. What does that mean? Discombobulated.
Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean.
Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway?
Now I've forgotten. What was I saying?
Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago.
Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony.
Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless.
Yeah, he grabbed the Shichishito. What do you mean by weapon from the side?
Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse.
Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch?
Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp.
Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito.
So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness?
A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough.
Oh yeah? You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities?
But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club.
I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive.
However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask to Mask.
This guy is a real piece of work.
His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote.
Can you tell us a little more about what happened?
My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious.
I'm gonna have to start using that word. Powericious?
I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me.
Why is he... Okay. Why does Luke... Oh my god. Why is Luke so, like... why does he hold Mask to Mask with such revere? Like, with such... in such a high regard. With such a high regard. It's so weird. Like, I know they're both, like, you know, arch nemesis, but it's almost like they have to be working together, right? Like, it's just so weird. You were blinded. Like, so there must have been a flash of light. So what was this flash of light that blinded you?
I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman.
The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Okay, but I can ask him about the fighting stance, too. Atme fighting style. What is this Atme fighting style?
I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say any more. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you.
That's it? That's the Atme fighting style?
Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony?
Well, I have to say it's very important. If he put his back to the wall, then how was he hit in the back of the head? How was he hit in the back of the head? It was very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all.
Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone later tonight.
Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out.
Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony.
This song, I can't stress enough how much I love this song so much.
I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye.
Where's this third eye you're talking about?
Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper.
So Mr. Abbey got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. So what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing, yeah, okay. He said he got hit in the back of the head. Luke! I thought you'd be better at lying. Maybe you were at the beginning, but... I mean, you kind of got me at the beginning, but... Come on. Detective Atmay, your testimony's a... I gotta save. Detective Atmay, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards.
What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It truly is a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet.
I believe this is what you said yesterday.
No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
I don't know why I'm giving him a slight British accent.
From behind, huh?
But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head.
It seems I've made another mistake.
Detective Atmay, that's not the only strange part of your testimony.
What do you mean by that?
For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security.
Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad.
That's wrong.
To err is human, to forget divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Whoa, we haven't seen him slam the coffee before.
Really? Then what is it then? Ugh. Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules.
This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atmay is no ace detective and Mr. Atmay is a fake Mr. Okay. Okay, yo. Okay. This is... This is fun. I don't think Mr. Atmay is masked to mask, okay? I don't think he is. I don't think he's an ace detective. Mr. Atmay's a fake is too broad. It doesn't really narrow down anything. I think he's no ace detective. Well, he's definitely not an ace detective. He can't, that's way too big of a accusation. The truth is, this witness is no ace detective at all.
So then what exactly are you saying that I am?
Okay, I guess that wasn't the right answer. Well, an average detective. Maybe he is Master Mask. I don't know. Like, maybe he is. I don't know if that's like obvious to some people. Like, aside from if that they've already played the game and they know this. I don't know this, but is it obvious that he's Master Mask? Am I like completely overlooking this? Because usually in these Ace Attorney games, they already introduced these characters that like are the villains, but I just didn't think that Luke Atme would be Master Mask. Like I felt like that would be too obvious. So I feel like they might introduce a new character, but maybe I'm wrong.
I hardly see the relevance in that.
What are you doing, Nick? Weren't you going to go on the attack? I was planning on it, but it looks like I'm the one who got attacked instead.
Think harder next time.
Alright, I guess he is Master Mask.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. I guess he's Master Mask. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Masked Mask. Whoa, okay, maybe he is.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He said he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure.
That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up the clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a...
Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Master Mask.
But, Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Master Mask. The security camera belongs to the Lonely Tailor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it.
He shouldn't, but he could. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed as the thief and stole the urn.
So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness?
Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. I love seeing Luke laugh like that. It's so off-brand for him. Like, he plays this hoity-toity ace detective, and then when he breaks, he laughs like that. It's so just insane. It's so insane looking.
Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective.
I feel like this British voice I'm giving him is pretty good.
You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer.
What?
Witness, you're admitting it?
Nick, and now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you was... Oh. What, he threw the coffee at me?
Godot blend number 102, my personal favorite.
Mr. Godot!
The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But, Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I
will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us this proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this Ugh. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly!
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Batman looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this off right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mask to Mask. I guess thinking back on it, like, it couldn't have been Desiree. It couldn't have been Rondelete because they wouldn't do a twist like that like they did with He Who Shall But Not Be Named. I don't want to spoil it, but I guess Luke Atme has to be Mask to Mask, right? Like, I guess I don't know why I didn't think of that. I thought they were going to introduce more characters, but proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mask to Mask. Do we have it? I mean, we have written with a fountain pen found in Ron's room, touch the check button. So if you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50 grand. That doesn't prove it's Luke Atme, though. I don't think we have it. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think we have it. Is it the blackmail letter? Red diamond you received the other day instead. But he's wearing a red diamond on his finger. It has to be this. I'm gonna go with this. As usual, the defense comes prepared, Your Honor.
Very well, then. Let's see what you've got. Please present proof that Mask to Mask is actually Luke Atme.
This. Here's your proof. It's probably not this.
What do you think, Mr. Godot?
It looks to me like Mr. Trade is still a mite sleepy. Perhaps you'd like a big mug of my special Godot blend. Well,
no thanks, I'm fine, really. Okay, so what do I do now? So, I feel like if it's not the blackmail, then is it the key card? I'm gonna try the key card. Because if it showed that Rondelete was at the security building, then he couldn't have... Okay, it's not that. I guess it has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing.
Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all.
I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this?
So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer?
I can't think of a counterattack at all.
It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... What? Who?
Oh, Desiree.
Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delete, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, it's the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well? I don't know what I'm saying. Well with the V. Well?
That's...
the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn!
Order! You, madame! That urn, where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Sacred urn updated in the court record. So it has pink paint on it. Well, how do you explain that word, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling your way out of this one.
Ha! Pathetic.
Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved?
Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delete. Is that correct?
Yes, what about it?
How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring.
What are you insinuating?
As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more can only compound the tragedy that we have been witness to.
You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delete, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people.
There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Oh my god. This is getting way too dramatic. I will see you guys in the next episode where we, I don't know, hopefully prove that Luke Atme is in fact a mask and help out Desiree. Have a good one. Bye-bye.